All right, advent of code, day 12. Here we go. Oh. Your ferry made decent progress towards the island, but the storm came in faster than anyone expected. The ferry needs to take evasive action. Unfortunately, the ship's navigation computer seems to be malfunctioning. Rather than giving a route directly to Safeway, produced extremely circuitous instructions. When the captain uses the PA system to ask if anyone help, you can quickly volunteer. Okay. Navigation instructions. Your puzzle input consists of a sequence of single character actions paired with integer values. So we're just using stirs here. After staring at them for a few minutes, you work out what they mean. North, south, east, west, left, right, forward. Ship starts by facing east. Only the L and R actions change the direction the ship is facing. Okay. Starts facing east, that way. East 10, north. Ship's Manhattan distance. Okay. Start equals 0, 0. X equals 0, y equals 0. Dir equals 1, 0. Stirs dot each do stir. Command equals stir 0. Val equals stir 10 dot to I. Case command switch when N, when S, then Y plus equal val. Y minus equal val when east, x plus equal val, x minus equal west val, L, R, F, x plus equal dir times val, y plus equals dir times val. Then left, it's a rotation matrix, but I don't know how to do that. X y equals y negative x. Let's just try that. Because when it's 1, 0, we want it to go to 1, 0. Left, we want it to go to 0, 1. Yx. And then when it's negative 1, 0, we want it to go to 0, negative 1. Yeah. And then put x dot abs plus y dot abs. 3590. Nope. Dang it. All right. December 12.ex1. Oh. If val equals 90, else if val equals 180, else if val equals 360. And xy equals negative x, negative y. If val equals 90, $37. Puts xy dot inspect. F10. Oh. 31. 10, 0, 10, 3, 17, 3, 7. Oh. Ah, shit. X dir 0, sy dir 1. What? Puts what? Seventeen, 8. Okay, so if it's going 1, 0, and we go left, it wants to be 0, 1. Oh. If it's 0, 1, this should be negative. $347. Dang. Part 2. You realize the actual meanings are printed on the back of the instructions the whole time. How to move a waypoint, which is relative to the ship's position. Action N means to move the waypoint north by the given value, south by the given value. Okay. X equals 10, 1. Carlos Alfaro Depp, thank you for the follow. Rotate the waypoint around the ship. So I think this is xy equals negative yx. Oh. Xy. Dir 0. X. Forward, move forward to the waypoint a number of times equal to the given value. Oh my goodness. Okay. Sx equals 0. Sy equals 0. Moves the ship to the waypoint 10 times. Oh, okay. F Wx Wy ship x and ship y plus equal Wx times val Wy times val. Okay. And then we're going to put sx.abs plus sy.abs. Okay. So then around the ship. Okay. So dx dy equals dx equals ship x minus waypoint x, dy equals ship y minus waypoint y. And then waypoint x equals ship x plus dx. Nope. Ship sx sy waypoint ten 10 10. Now it's at 10 4 f7 170 38. Oh. Urgh. Four, 5, 1, 6, 2, 2, 1. What? Four units east, 10 units south. F11, 214, negative 72. Oh no. "18 seconds. 11 seconds. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, 257. I improved on part 2. Okay. That's a little annoying. Part 2. 1. All right, let's see what the actual differences are. I think what the difference ends up being, so in the second one, Sx and Sy equal x and y. And Wx and Wy equal dir. Man, okay, all that needs to change, all that's actually changed between parts 1 and 2 are these lines. Nope, I lied. What is the difference? Okay, interesting. All right, let's go through the story again. Whoa, we're going up and down. Oh my god, it's going to be so confusing. Day 12, rain risk. Your ferry made decent progress toward the island, but the storm came in faster than anyone expected. The ferry needs to take evasive actions. Fortunately, the ship's navigation computer seems to be malfunctioning. Rather than giving a route directly to safety, it produced extremely circuitous instructions. When the captain uses the PA system to ask if anyone can help, you quickly volunteer. Your instructions are a sequence of single character actions paired with integer input values. You work out what they mean. North, south, east, west. You move that far. Left and right means you turn, which direction you're facing. And then F means you go forward in that direction. And the ship starts facing east. Unfortunately, the direction is number of degrees, which is annoying. Yeah, if this is example, F10, N3, F7, R90, F11, you move 10 to the east, then you move north 3, then you move another 7 to the east, then you turn right 90, so now you're facing south, and then you move 11 to the south. And then you just need to return the Manhattan distance of where you end up. So this is pretty simple. We have the ship's location as X and Y. Oh, okay. The only other difference is the initial values, which are yeah, okay. Cool. So we have the ship's location, X and Y, and we have our direction, 1, 0. Then for each input, the command is the first character, and the argument is the rest of the string mapped to an integer. So north, south, east, and west are simple. We just move y or x respectively, add or subtract. Similarly, f is simple. We take our current direction, our current x direction, our current y, multiply those by the argument. Then for L and R, it's unfortunate because there's both, you can like turn left 90 degrees or 180 degrees or left 270 degrees, which is just turning right 90 degrees. So if left is 90 degrees, we have our rotation matrix. Basically, rotation 90 degrees to the left, 90 degrees counterclockwise is xy goes to negative y x. And if you want to go the other direction clockwise, it's y negative x. So this is dir equals negative y x. For 180, you just flip both. And then right is y negative x. And then these are just switched for the right case. I can get rid of these whats. I just wanted to make sure there were no like, you rotated 45 degrees. Yeah, and then that's it. So then in part 2, there's a waypoint. And let's finish reading this. Before you can give the destination to the captain, you realize that the actual action meanings were printed on the back of the instructions the whole time. Almost all of the actions indicate how to move a waypoint, which is relative to the ship's position. North, south, east, and west means you move the waypoint by that value. And then L and R mean you rotate the waypoint around the ship. And then the key point is when you move, the waypoint moves with you. The waypoint isn't a fixed point in space. So the waypoint starts 10 units east and 10 units north. So here I have separately ship x and y and waypoint x and y. I don't use this dir again. So then similarly, when it's north, south, east, west, we update the waypoint. The L and R, we move the waypoint, and so it's very similar. Can just copy the same code, but with waypoint x and y instead of directions. And then forward, we move to the waypoint that number of times. So we do the same thing. And then again at the end, we want to print the Manhattan distance at the end. So what you notice is these two parts are very similar. And all that's different is basically dir in part 1 is the waypoint in part 2. And so in part 2, when you update north-south, when you get north, south, east, west commands, you update the waypoint instead of the actual position. And then all that else is different is the direction, the waypoint direction starts at 10-1 instead of 1-0. And that's all that's different between parts 1 and 2. But obviously when you're reading this, it's like impossible to synthesize that and understand what the actual differences are. Cool. 58,606, 1631. Add December 12th. December 12th, 2020 solution. Okay. And then let's print the leaderboards. Okay, did better on Google's leaderboard, getting back up there. Dang, Zarankiewicz, you beat me again. Also, awesome opossum. Very well done on part 1. Dang, I actually got 3rd total. Score. What are my options? Score and total. Oh. Score. Did you were you confused by this waypoint thing? I thought that the waypoint was like a fixed location, and then so then when it rotated around the ship, it was like the waypoint was in that spot, and then you rotated it around the ship rather than just being always relative to the ship. So I spent some time fiddling with that. Because I don't really know what a waypoint is. Is that like I wonder if that's a standard nautical term. Nautical. Okay, yeah. That's exactly what I did. Yeah. So I did that, but then I left my forward instruction the same. But then it's kind of, yeah, like if you think about it, like the forward instruction doesn't really make sense if you think about it that way, which I was like a little bit confused by. But yeah, I did the same thing. Okay. I'm pretty satisfied with that one. I messed up my rotation. What did I mess up? I messed up my rotation conversions. I imagine that's just something that, like, if you do 100 of these puzzles, you just know left rotation is negative yx, right rotation is y negative x, but I don't know. I messed that up at first. Had to figure that out on the fly. And I don't know, like, my rotation matrices off the top of my head. And then in part 2, one of my find and replaces, I forgot a percent sign. In Vim, if you have A, B, A, B, if you just I forgot a G. That only, yeah. So I did A, B, and then that, but that only replaced the first one, whereas I need the G to replace all of them. And so there was just a random X and Y that wasn't updated, and that cost me maybe, like, I think 18 seconds is what it said, maybe 20 seconds. Okay. Do I have anything else to talk about for this? Yeah, I think that's it. That's Advent of Code, day 12.